Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sloan-Kelly and I am back. A lot of you guys have been asking me, where have you gone? We haven't gotten any YouTube videos from you in a while. Well, my son was going through the college application process and I had to put a lot of time into that and helping him maneuver that maze, and I'm happy I did so. My son is a freshman at Cornell. I'm so happy. I have on my Cornell mom t-shirt, which it was a little bit more modern. But hey, I can work with what they have and hopefully they'll come up with some more, snazzier designs in the future. But with that said, I have to get back to work because I have tuition to pay. And so what better topic to talk about for my latest YouTube video than the ICD-10 changes that are in store for 2017. Now, we got spoiled a little bit in that the code set didn't change. There was a freeze over the past few years because we were trying to get ready for the ICD-9 transition to ICD-10. But now that we have done that transition and it wasn't as bad as everybody said, we have to get back to knowing that the code set changes every year, just like CPT. So we know that for diagnosis, it changes for October 1, and for CPT, it changes for January 1. So what changes are in store for 2017 in regards to ICD-10-CM? We will be seeing 1,974 new codes. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes so I don't mess this up for you. 311 deleted codes and 425 revised codes. So that's a lot of changes that's in store. And I'm not surprised though, because I figured with it being implemented, there's going to be a lot of changes in store. Now, one of the things that I was trying to figure out was there a particular specialty that was primarily affected, and that was not the case. Pretty much what I have noticed is that it crosses all different specialties. So pediatrics, primary care, orthopedics, gen surg, psychiatry, cardiology, you name it, everybody has been affected. So make sure that you are updated on the new 2017 ICD-10 codes so that you're not facing any denials after October 1 because you're using an old code or an outdated code or there's a better code out there. Now, along with the code set changes, there's another little thing that's going to affect us October 1st. So do you guys remember that grace period they gave us in regards to ICD-10 specificity coding? Well, that's over. Okay, as of October 1, it's gone. So they're expecting us, and and when I say they, I mean CMS and the other private payers that decided to go along with CMS. They are expecting the providers to code the most specific ICD-10 code based off their clinical documentation. So what does that mean? No more unspecified codes. It's over. Nada. It's a wrap, okay? So what I want you to do is to make sure that you relay this information on to your providers so that they're not sitting there saying, oh my gosh. What you're going to see is that if this YouTube is embedded into your newsletter, please read the newsletter, and you're going to see I gave you a lot of information in that newsletter about some ideas about helping you through that process and also communicating with your providers. If you are not on my newsletter and you're just seeing this on my regular YouTube channel, just take a moment, go to my website, www.drsloankelly.com, and go ahead and sign up for my newsletter there. And then you will get that every 2 weeks when I write them and when I finally send it over to my assistant so she can put it together. But it's going to be really important that your providers know that the unspecified codes will no longer be accepted, because you're going to end up with a slew of denials. And then there's also the argument that the specificity of the code can actually affect the level of reimbursement. So it can affect the percentage of what they're going to be willing to reimburse. So don't lose out on something because of just lack of knowledge or not knowing that that's going to occur. Now, on September 22nd, 2016, I will be doing a webinar on the 2017 ICD-10 changes that are to take effect again on October 1, 2016. I will give you the changes. I will give you tidbits on how to communicate to your providers in regards to, clinical documentation or how to select the most specific code, etc. I will also give you any guidelines that I have, updates that I have, and any any little tools that I find, because you know I love giving you guys free stuff that I find, because I like free stuff too. So I will be able to put all of that in that webinar. It's only 1 hour, $75. If you're on the newsletter, you will see the information embedded in the newsletter. And if you're looking at this on the YouTube, just look in the descriptor and I will have the link to the webinar included there. But it is going to be high impact, just like my YouTubes. But it will give you all the information you need to know so that you're ready for October 1. So with that said, let's go ahead and get on with the rest of our workday. I want to thank each and every one of you for spending this 5 minutes with me. And thank you for waiting and being patient for me to come back. I will have some new topics coming up soon. I wonder what I'm going to talk about this time. All right, everybody, have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.